This is U.S. Senate candidate Don Brown. About 3 o'clock this morning, President Trump announced that the United States is launching a major military operation against Iran. Now, as the only veteran running at the top of the Senate race, and as someone who's worked very, very closely with our veterans and served in the Pentagon and worked with Congressman Walter Jones when he was on the House Armed Services Committee, and as the father of an active duty soldier, when we hear news like this, those of us who have served and who have family members who have served, it's very, very great because we know that American lives may be in danger. What I want to first say is let's be in prayer for our troops and our sailors and our airmen and Marines. I want to explain just a little bit about what we have positioned right now in this area so that we can be in prayer for the Naval Task Force out there. Right now, U.S. Navy has 2 carrier strike groups in the area. One is the USS Abraham Lincoln, home ported out of San Diego. There are about 5,000 sailors and air crew or members of the carrier air group on that ship. There are probably 3, a couple of destroyers and a cruiser out there with it, and a couple of submarines. About 7,500 Americans altogether with that carrier strike force, and hundreds of them are from North Carolina. We also have another carrier strike force right now, carrier strike force, which is in the Mediterranean. That's the USS Gerald R. Ford. About the same number of sailors, another 7,500 altogether out there with that strike force. The attack that was launched last night was probably from the USS Abraham Lincoln, which is in the Indian Ocean. They can move the Gerald Ford through the Suez Canal in about 15 hours. These are American lives at stake. So I want everyone to be in prayer for our service members. Pray that they are brought home very, very soon without the loss of American life. We don't like to see this if we can help it. I also want, as the only veteran, again, running, and not just as a veteran, but someone who served in the Pentagon and worked as an action officer with the Secretary of the Navy, the Judge Advocate General of the Navy, worked with the House Armed Services Committee. I want our sailors, airmen and Marines and Coast Guardsmen to know that I'm with you. I want our soldiers at Fort Bragg to know that my dad was a soldier at the DMZ in Korea. My son was on active duty. I've got your back. To our Marines at Camp Lejeune, at Cherry Point, and at New River, I want you to know I've worked with you in the past. I will have your backs. And to our airmen at Seymour Johnson, the same thing, and our Coast Guardsmen at Elizabeth City. I will have your backs as your next United States Senator, and not just to our active duty service members, but to your families as well, and to all our veterans. We have about 750,000 veterans and active duty service members in North Carolina, one of the largest veteran states in the nation. That life is precious. And as the only veteran, again, running in the U.S. Senate race at the top of the ticket, I'll support our service members. Always, always, always is my very first priority. Thank you so much, and vote Don Brown for the United States Senate. God bless you all.